And we're rolling. All right, so today we're gonna switch out the fluorescent lights that came with the RV, and we're gonna put in LED bulbs. So we're gonna be switching out the fluorescent to LED tube lights. So take the cover off, handy dandy. These are still warm because they're fluorescent and they suck. They get hot and they use a lot of power. These are what's going in their place. These are the T8 LED tube lights. They're the same length and everything, just like the fluorescent ones, only they're way more cost effective, a lot less maintenance, and a lot more life to these. So they're a little bit more expensive than the flat, kind of like string ones that stick to the top of it, but they're better, I think. So what we do is we take that cover off, we take the bulbs out, and then we take this ballast cover off, which is also still warm. This is your ballast, which is also still warm. This is the ballast. We don't need this because we only need one line of power running to the LED bulbs instead of two, one positive and one negative. So when we do this, what we're gonna need is a pair of side snips, handy dandy utility knife, a wire nut, a butt splicer, and a wire crimping tool, stripper, crimper, whatever. I strip it with the utility knife because it's easier for me. Now what we do is we take the power cord from the one side and we snip it really close to the ballast, because this is what's going to be supplying power to all your bulbs. This one we don't need, so we get rid of, but we leave enough to run a piece of electrical tape around it to protect it so we don't get any power surges or fluxes or sparks or anything, just safety. These ones you're going to want to snip right at the base, turn these around, right at the base of the ballast, because we don't need them. Or as close to the ballast as you can get, it doesn't really matter. So this is your power cord. You can tell because it runs to the on-off switch, right? So this is actually going to connect to this, which is why we have the butt splice. We're going to take the outside here and we're going to snip it off because we don't need it. We're going to take this outside blue wire and we're going to snip it off because we don't need it. Which leaves this blue, that red, and this white. These are all going to be together for our ground. And this is our power. Easy peasy. So we take this. You don't want to strip too much off of it, because if you strip too much off, then you're not going to get enough cord, or enough enough wire to connect to each other. They'll be too far away. So you want to make sure you have enough to be able to splice together in the first place. Fingernails come in handy. Take your butt splice, put it on there. Handy dandy crimping tool. Crimp it. Good to go. Take this one, slide it in. See, I got a little bit too much, but I have enough wire. So we're gonna pop off a little bit of the end here. And that should give us a nice full fitting in there. Grab our crimping tool. Crimp it down, good and tight. Good to go. Our power is done. Now, we take these, you can cut these back a little bit further. If it'll work. I think my knife is dull. Watch your thumbs. You'll end up probably scoring your thumb a little bit here if you use a utility knife instead of the crimping tool. It's just easier for me, I suppose, so I deal with it. Just cut around the wire. You don't want to cut the wire, just cut around it. Peel it off. Anybody who's going to be trying this, chances are you already know how to do this. So we'll probably edit this part out.
Yeah.
But
what is it? Use a razor and cut your finger.
Yeah. All right.
This is how you do it.
This is how you do it.
I can't see anything. All I see is
So
the back of your hand.
we got our 3 wires, right? We just get them together, twist them, grab our little handy dandy wire nut here. So it's a little tight, and you're good to go. Shove that up a little bit. There we go. Now we have those 3 little wires here. We just want to cover these up just for safety. Run a little electric tape around it. We have our power run. We have our ground wire together. These 3 wires that we didn't need anymore are covered for our safety and protection against any fire hazards or anything. And we put our ballast cover back on. Same way we took it off. And take our LED bulbs. Boom. And boom. And we should put the cover back on first. Then you take your outside cover, put that on, and then turn the light on. Voila, we have light.
Then you have to do a little bit.